Welcome everyone. This class I am going to discuss different categories of SQL commands. There are 4 different categories of SQL commands are there. Ddl commands, Dml commands, Dcl commands and Tcl commands. Out of that, Ddl and Dml we studied last year itself. Now we know that what is the full form of Ddl? Ddl means Data Definition Language. These are the commands used to create, change or delete the structure of a table. Ddl commands are create, alter and drop. See, that is why I written a short form over here, cat drop. C for create, A for alter and D can be for drop or delete. So that is why I have written it over here, cat drop, C-A drop. C means create, A means alter and D drop. So Ddl commands are used to make changes on the structure of the table. And the second category of SQL commands is Dml commands. Dml means you know the full form, Data Manipulation Language. These are the commands used to make changes in the content of the table or used to make changes in the records of the table. You can insert a new record into the table or existing record or existing attribute values you can change it, or you can delete the records from the table. So, Ddl commands are insert, update and delete. And the third category of SQL commands is TCL, Transaction Control Language. These commands are used to control the transaction that you done on a database. It controls the transactions. This year itself we studied, last chapter we studied TCL commands, that is commit, rollback and auto commit. Commit save the transaction permanently. Roll the back will undo the transaction. Depends upon the boolean value which you assign for the auto commit. Either you can save the transaction permanently or you can remove the transaction or you can undo the transaction. They are the TCL commands. And there is one more category is there, that is DCL commands. Data Control Language. DCL queries or Data Control Language. These are the commands used to give access permission to the database. These are the commands used to give access permission to the database. We can provide different types of access permission to a database, which can be provided by using the command grant. And there is another command revoke is there. By using the revoke command or revoke query, you can remove the given permissions. It can be read permission, it can be write or it can be change permission, like the different types of permissions you can provide in a database. Those are using the users whether they are able to only open the database. They cannot make any changes on the database. So different types of permissions we can provide there. So that can be done by using DCL commands. These are the basic categories of SQL commands. Now, we can see about Ddl commands. You know the full form. I am not repeating the full form again. And Ddl commands are create, alter and drop. You know the syntax of create and you know how to create a table also. I am not discussing that here. And the second type of Ddl command is alter. That also you know the use of what is that use of alter command. Alter is used to change the structure. Is used to change the structure of the table. Now the syntax, you can see the syntax, alter table name. And after the table name, you can use any type of clause. There are 5 different clauses, you can use it over there. So that depends upon the application, it depends upon the use, you can use that clause over there. Alter table name and clause you have to specify there. So we can see what are the different clauses used with the alter. Different clauses that can be used with alter. The first one is add. Add clause is used to add a new attribute to the existing table. It is used to add a new attribute to the existing created table. So, I will try out that in MySQL. See that I have a table student is existing there. I am going to use alter query here. Alter table. Table name is student. Alter table student. And the attribute is mark int. Mark int. Now, press the enter key. See that? Query, okay, that means you added an attribute named mark into the table. And one more attribute I need, so I am going to use alter table student and grade character of 2. Add grade character of 2. See that spelling. This is add character, grade character of 2. So, query okay, that means now you inserted to add or you added 2 attribute to the table student. One is mark and one is grade. You can try out whether it is added or not by using the describe. Student, describe student. See that grade and mark is added over there in the table student. You know what is the use of describe query? It will describe or it will show the structure of the table. Now, second clause that can be used along with the alter, that is change. Change is used to change the name of an attribute. You can change the name of an attribute by using the clause change. That I will try it over here. Alter table name is student. And you can use change, and first you have to say the old name, whichever the attribute you want to change, that old name you have to mention over here. I just want to change name over here. Name is the old name. That I have to change into yes name. Old name, new name, and the data type character of 20. Now press the enter key. Now query okay. Check it whether it is changed or not. Describe student. As you can see, the name is changed into yes name here. So that is a use of change clause in alter table. It is used to change the name of an attribute. So along with change, you have to say the old name, new name, and the data type. Next, here the next clause is modify. Modify is used to change the data type of an attribute. You want to change the existing data type. So for that you can use it modify. So here I am going to use modify over here. I can select this one, alter table, modify, alter table modify, and which attribute you want to modify. I just want to modify, yes, grade is of type 2 now, character 2 size. So I just want to make it as character of 3, grade of size character of 3. So I can write, first you have to say the attribute name, grade, and character of 3, grade character of 3. See that? Query okay, that means there is no syntax error over there. It is changed, and try out describe student. So grade is character of 3 is changed here. So there is the third clause that can be used along with alter. And the next one is drop. Drop is used to delete an attribute of a table. It is used to delete an attribute of a table. So I'll try out, don't mix up this drop, alter, clause drop along with alter, and there is another query, drop query is there. Drop query is used to delete the entire table. Whereas here this drop is delete only the specified attribute from the table. This drop is used along with the alter. So that I will try it over here. now in my table grade is there. I just want to remove that grade. So I can type alter table name student drop and attribute grade. So there you just want to specify only the attribute name. So query okay, that means that is removed. Check it whether it is removed or not. Yes, it's removed. I just want that grade over there. So I am going to add it again into the table. Alter table student and add grade character of 3. Now you can see that grade will be there in the table, student table. Next, the next clause which can be used along with your alter is rename. Rename is used to change the name of this table. You can change the name of the existing table by using the command rename. That also I'll show you. I'll try out here. Alter table name, old name. I am going to give the old name as student. Rename, and you have to say the new name. I am going to give this new name as to a student. Now, set query is okay. That means when you try with this describe student, it is not existing there. Just try it with student. Yes, it is existing there. So now my table name is student. I just want to give the old name itself. So I am going to use again alter table, the old name. Now the old name is student. Rename student. Yes, that is changed. Now try out the describe student. It is not existing, and if you are trying with the student, then it will be existing there. So these are the different clauses that is used along with the alter. Question can come like this way itself. What are the different types of clauses that can be used along with the alter? Alter is a Ddl command. And now the next query comes under Ddl is drop. You know that what is the purpose of drop? Drop is used to remove the entire structure including the record. When you remove the structure, automatically record also will be removed, and it will free up the that memory spaces, release its memory spaces. See the syntax: drop table name. Now you understood that along with all the Ddl commands, you are using the keyword table. Create table name, alter table name, drop table name. So there are three different categories of Ddl commands are there: create, alter, drop. All three commands will using the keyword table over there. Now the next category of SQL command is DML. DML means data, you know the full form, data manipulation language. And the first command is insert. You know the simple syntax of insert query. I am not explaining here. Now, the same insert you can use it in another way. See the syntax I written over here. Insert into table name, attribute 1, attribute 2, values, value 1 and value 2, etc. See the syntax here. I written over the syntax over here. Insert into table name. You can specify the attribute name and using the keyword values, and you can specify the values over here. For example, if your table has 5 attributes are there, you know what you mean by attribute? Attribute means columns. Columns in a table are known as attributes. Assume you have 5 attributes in a table and you just want to insert values only for 3 attributes. Only for 2 attributes you want to give the values. So in that case, you can use it this type of insert query. I'll try out that in your SQL. Now I will show the content of table. Select star from student. This is the present content of the table, because now I just added mark and grade. Now there is no content for that mark and grade. That is why it is displaying the value as null. And now I have 6 records are there in my table. Now I am going to use insert query. See then, insert into student, insert into student and student inside the bracket. I am going to say RNO, comma, age, comma, mark. See that I am just mentioning only 3 attributes. That is not in order also. RNO, age, mark. Values, and values I am going to mention here. That means you have to mention the values of the specified attribute. 25, comma, name is Rema, and age, the next one is, sorry, second one is age. So age is 18, and third one is mark. Mark is 98. Query, okay. Just check the content of the student table. So RNO, age and mark. These are the values that you inserted there, and the remaining is empty. Insert is used to insert a new record. It will not fill it over here. It will insert a new record at the bottom of the existing table. So that is why it is inserted over here. So this is the second syntax of insert. Now see then you can use this insert in another way. Insert into EMB. See this syntax, listen to here. Insert into EMB, select ENO, comma, name from employee. That I will explain here in SQL. Now I have student table is there. I am going to create one more table. Create table stud. Stud is a table name where I have RNO, int, and name character of 20. Now I just created a table named stud over here. Only 2 attributes are there. Yes, the table is created. Now I am going to use the third type of insert query here. Insert. Now the table stud is empty. There is no record over there. It just created only. There is no record over there. I am going to insert the record into the stud table from the table student. Insert into stud. Insert into stud. Select. And here stud table has only RNO and name. So I am going to select only that RNO, comma, name from table student. See the syntax? From student table, it will extract RNO and name, and which will be inserted into the table stud. Name. But it is not name, it is S name. In student table, it is S name. So here 7 rows are inserted. So RNO and S name is inserted into the stud table. Check it. Select star from stud. RNO and name. Only 2 attributes. So selected attribute from the student table is RNO and S name, which will be directly copied into the new table. So you can use insert in that way. That is our third format of insert. And see the next fourth format of insert. Insert into EMB. Name. Select name from employee. That means here I have 2 attributes are here. I am going to specify only RNO. Now we have already seen all the records are copied into the table stud. I will try out the same thing once again. So that means the same record will be repeated over here. Now last method, insert into stud. Insert into stud. Inside the bracket, I am just mentioning RNO. Select. See that insert into stud RNO. That means, what's the meaning of this one? You are inserting only RNO values. Select RNO from student. RNO from student. RNO from student. From student, you are extracting the RNO value which will be copied into the stud table. Yes, 7 records copied. Now you can see the content. So these are the last this much of records are the records which will be inserted just now. Remaining name is not inserted, that is why this part is filled with a null value. Now these are the different format, different ways you can use your insert query. Next, we can create a table by extracting the values from other table. That also we can try out. Here in this case, you created the table stud. After that, you are extracting the value from student table to stud table. The next step, I am going to create the table and inserting the value from another table. Both are doing together simultaneously. I will do it here. Create table stud1 as. Previous case I didn't use this keyword as. Now along with the create you have to use the keyword as select star from student. Select star from student. Now it will create a table named stud1 which will contain all the records of student table. 7 records copied. It is stud1. Now you can see the same student content will be there in stud1. I think you understood what I done it over here. Now there is another way of using your create query. That means you can create a table by extracting the values from another table. Now that is your insert query. Next, update. You know the use of update, which is used to change the content of a table. See the syntax, update, it is example, not the syntax is written over here, this example. Update emb set grade equal to B where status is equal to R. Along with the update query, you can use the where clause also. So where clause you studied in the select query, where clause is used to mention a specified condition. So if this condition is satisfied, you are changing the grade as B. So here the only thing you have to keep it in mind is that you are using the keyword set. Set is the keyword is coming over here. Here in your create query, you are use the keyword as. Now here just read this question. Change the grade of all students as A whose mark is greater than 90. We want to change the grade of all students as A whose mark is greater than 90. I will try out that in SQL. But in my mark, yes, there is one mark is greater than 90 is there. Then I can try out that one. Update. Which table I want to update? I just want to update student table, not stud1. Update student. Set grade equal to A. Grade equal to A, which will be a character data type. So it must be mentioned in the double quotes or single quotes. Condition where mark greater than 90. Where mark is greater than 90. Yes, one row is affected. Now see the content of student table. Student table. Now you can see the last record whose grade is A. Only for the last record I inserted the value. So that will be inserted over here and the grade will be changed as A. That is your update query. Same way you can update multiple attribute values also. I will show you. There is one more question is there. Change the grade of all the students as A plus and status as pass whose grade mark is greater than 90. There are two updations you have to show. One is grade as A plus and status as pass whose mark is greater than 90. Now I will make changes here in the table. I just want to insert the mark for one or two students here. I will do that one now. Update. It is not insert. You are making changes over here in the mark. not a new record. So you have to use your update query itself. You want to insert mark over here in this particular records. So you are using the update query. Update, table name is student, set mark equal to, I just want to give the mark as 89 where RNO is 12. Yes, one record is updated. Same way, second record I am going to update where RNO is 8. See the syntax? Mark is 99 where RNO is 8. So one more record is updated. One more change I am going to make it over here. It has 95 where RNO is 16. So 3 records updated. Now you can see the present content of the student table. This is the present content of the student table. Now we want to make changes. Changes here in the grade, and there will be one more attribute, status is there. That is not there in the table, student table. So I am going to add that attribute over here in the table. Alter table student and status character of 5. See that one more attribute is added. Check it, the status came over here. There is no value, that's why it is showing the null value over here. Next I am going to use our update query. Update student set grade equal to A plus, comma, there is no and over there. There is a common mistake coming over there in a board paper. It is comma, grade equal to A plus, then status equal to, it is a string, so it must be in double quotes, pass, where mark greater than, how much is the mark given over here? This mark greater than 90, mark greater than 90. Mark greater than 90. So, 2 updation is taking place. One is grade and one is status. Press the enter key. And not status, spelling is wrong. Status. Yes. 3 records is updated. Check it is updated or not. Yes, these 2 records A plus and this is also A plus, and the status is changed into pass. So this is the way you can update multiple attributes with the comma, not and operator. Now, next is delete query. You know the purpose of delete query. Delete is used to remove the records of a table. See the syntax, delete from table name. Where condition, whatever the condition you mention, that particular record will be removed from the table. So these are the different types of DML commands. One more time, just recollect what are the DML commands: insert, update and delete. Which are the Ddl commands? What is the short form I given to you? Cat drop. What's the full form? Which are the commands comes under Ddl? Create, alter and drop. Now, these are the basic categories of your SQL commands, and TCL commands we already studied in the last chapter, and I told you DCL commands is not included in your syllabus. Now, next class we can study different operators that is used along with the select where clause. You know the use of select clause? Select query. Select query is used to extract the content from a table. So what are the different operators that can be used along with the select where clause? That we can study in next class. Today I am winding up this. Thank you children.